Good day and welcome. Excuse me. Playing some Starfield, new game +2. Get to like, share, follow. Messing around. I want to get to level 100, so fooling around some more still. Wait to answer the poll. So we got a little bit of money. Not a lot.
You are our guest.
Stephanie, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Need to find myself some guns. I think I might go back down here. Before I start going and all the skills to pay the bills. Oh, I am good, thank you. Let's talk to Sergeant Yumi. What did I do today? I went to Costco. Took in some cardboard to the recycling center. Went to Tim Hortons and grabbed myself a Bailey's ice cap. To Walmart.
You are our guest.
Yes, Jenny. Thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Had some breakfast at a place called Cora's. I don't know if you've ever been to Cora's before or not, but took a picture of the food. I'll post it sometime when I get a chance.
How can I help you, Captain? Oh, Captain. I don't know if we've met yet. I'm Sergeant Yumi. You wouldn't be here about the job, would you? Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work when
I had some soup, turkey noodle soup for dinner.
Had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave. Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested? Well, first things first, I have to... Oh yeah? And I'm the CEO of Galbank. Look, I can appreciate a wise ass, but if I catch you lying for real, we're going to have a problem. Well,
I mean, I've
I
done
think
this
that's all
job
I need.
before.
Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details. See you later.
Do you like turkey noodle soup? Yeah, chicken with noodles, veggies, soup, and sandwiches. Nice. Take a picture of it. No. Y'all's all sick. Where does it want me to go? There's, I guess. Guess it's downstairs, I guess.
You are our guest.
Luan, thank you for liking. Here, we're going over here. Hello, Brittany. How are you?
You are our guest.
Thank you for liking. You missed out on our fun strange potato chips discussion yesterday.
People there are thinking about each. I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to.
Oh, not there. Okay, how about here? Ooh, that feels good.
Thank you for sharing.
Respect for a member of the Vanguard. Admirable. I bet qualities like that are precisely why you've moved so quickly up the ranks.
You
Oh, it
are
wasn't
our guest.
just an observation.
Driss, thank you for liking.
We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised. So I'd like someone from UC Security to handle the pickup instead. Take the package back to Sergeant Yumi, and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to Aegis. Take the NAT to the spaceport. There should be a Galbank ATM right next to the station. The package is taped under one of the benches. Grab it and deliver it to Sergeant Yumi, and the job's done. Good luck with the mission.
Easy enough. Are you starting to feel better at least? Wonder what Stephanie voted. And you went to the doctor today, didn't you? Getting more rest. Well, that's good. You're doing good. Not strap. Well, that's good. That's probably probably good. They say a lot of people, like, with um
How's the investigation going?
how a lot of people took extra precautions in COVID, that the colds are that much worse
You have
after.
questions? Go ahead and ask. Nicely done. It's really hard to find good help these days. That being said, my luck seems to be turning around. We've gotten a lot of new personnel as of late, not just you. Who knew all I had to do was put up a sign? Oh yeah, once I had a recruit who was basically bred to be UC security. I mean, his favorite book was
Yeah,
a
2
poem.
cheesecakes. Nice.
He knew every rule, every procedure, and on top of that was a pinpoint marksman. But he lacked exactly what you are talking about: initiative. He ended up transferring to a desk job after a year. Anyway, here's your payment. And if I have any more work for you,
Have you heard any songs by them? They only have one song, I think.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Must finally send someone down there, but nothing's changed.
You have heard a song by them. Huh. Let's go to the commercial district. I gotta find myself a better gun, man. I don't really have that much money yet, but see what they got.
Bulk items may require multiple levels of approval and can take up to several weeks for an official response. We
You made
employ
salted honey ice
experts.
cream. Nice.
Welcome to UC District. I have been told. Also, if you're. Yes, of course.
Looks like a pretty sweet weapon. Look at this one. No, but my question wasn't if you've seen them act. It was if you've seen them sing. Because they do a duet together. No, they're in a lot of shows, but
You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
because the title of my stream today is actually the name of a song that they did together.
You're only as safe as your equipment out there. Welcome to Outland. We deal it. All of our products come highly recommended by individuals who have. And while I've never needed them myself,
This guy looks like
everything we offer.
guy that plays Shazam.
As I've said, I wouldn't sell anything. And of course, if. Yes, by all means, have a look. Be careful out there.
Wow.
Here's an enhance to make ourselves look different.
You look great. Hi, well, if you're here to try something, all our services and Okay, what can we do for you today?
We can make ourselves a woman. Woman with purple hair. Ramona Flowers here, eh? See the different kind of hairstyles here. See the number on top there? So this is 36. Excuse me. It's kind of like Andreja's hair. Tied up in a bun. So 30 or 21. The original 36. It changed the forehead and nose and stuff. The original forehead was fine. Change the ears. Fine, I guess. Or you can make different shapes.
You are our guest.
McCullis, thank you for liking. Guess if you want rotten teeth, you can. You're putting the dinner leftovers away, eh? Fun debate. Making Ramona flowers here. Chili lime mac and cheese. That sounds pretty good. Which area do you think's better, that one or the other one? What's dermesthetic? 42 is the current one. Oh, it's like our collection, I guess. Everybody watched the funeral from different places in the house. You can make them freckles and stuff. We'll give her a little scar. You're crusty. I wonder if I can make it different colors. It's kind of cool, eh? Weird doesn't do her bottom lip. Eyeshadow upper. I don't know a thing about makeup, so well, that one's good. What was that one on? Eyeliner. Oh, it's that thing on the corners of her eyes. What do you guys think? Is I'm an artist or what? Want to put dirt? Change to she, her, and name.
If you'd ever like to make a change.
Hey, my character looks so different. Oh, whatever. Ramona Flowers is on the case. Go investigate these brownouts, man. That's what my character looks like. Let's put her down in there. Spacesuit off, I guess, to like what he's wearing, kind of.
Happy to make a deal. Absolutely.
I got $53,000, so I should buy myself a hard target. Got no rounds, so we need 50 caliber rounds.
Watch your back out there. I got contacts. Take your time.
Wonder if there's any crap I have that I could sell. Come this Urban Eagle.
You need something else? I'll be here.
Just steal everything in his back room.
You ask me, the real New Atlantis is down here. Stuff topside.
Do you think the documentary about your life will be made into a movie? And who do you think will play you?
There we go. We got a few things.
It's such an important day for them. I'm gonna be honest.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's moving.
If my ship goes long again, my girl is gonna kill me.
Thing about the trade business? Who you know matters as much as anything else. Welcome to the trade. If, however, you are, then I'm afraid you'll. So, what'll it be? Then my disclaimer doesn't apply. Please, let me. You won't find a better selection or more reasonable prices anywhere.
You see any med packs here? I don't see any. If you do the buyback, it cleans it. Not considered stolen anymore. I'll part with those, I think. The one I needed though. So 11 millimeter, 50 caliber. Says 11 millimeter, so I guess that probably works, eh?
The Trade Authority appreciates your visit.
Do you need anything? Your clothes cleaned? Your boots polished? Yes! Take all my things! No strings attached!
Give him that one. Now he'll be explosive. And then I want to try to improve that gun I have.
I've got them. We're doing the best we can here. Okay, what's the... Good lord. How'd you even make it in here? You're going to feel this, for sure. But you'll be alright in the end. All fixed up best as you can be. Three gunshots this week alone. We're no reliant.
There are always about a million things to do. Hey! Oh, you're not Carl. Sorry. We're supposed to be. I can't be in two places. Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I
You have a quiz for me.
all I need is very tech. The first box we're looking
Hey!
for is over near UC Surplus.
See?
No, Antonio's place.
Do I think my follow age is? I don't know. Multiple choice? 200.
Hey, can you hear me? I think this is working. I only have a general view of things. But you that's it. Great job. So that trip to secondary breaker, and that goes to... Oh wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez, okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's. And maybe up a story or two? It's a bit of a hike. Sorry.
I got a quiz for you. What's the game I'm playing named?
All right, you should be near the next junction box. This section isn't used very much these days, so maybe a little harder to see. That's the one. Next one's not too far. Dead end, right down from Jake's. Right under that apartment they've been trying to sell. Good luck with that, right?
Well, I guess 200 initially. So I guess 138.
You should be near the next junction box. And if those squatters never cleared out, I would suggest avoiding eye contact. It should be fine. Another switch flipped, another lead to follow. And the lights in here just flickered too. The wiring is worse than I thought. I'm going to work on fixing that little issue while you find the next junction box. Looks like it's over near the Trade Authority. Okay, just find that and, maybe don't talk to anyone about it just yet.
Final answer.
Okay, the final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years of field attempts to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Anyway, there should be a series of secondary breakers you need to deal with before you can access the junction box. I don't remember the order, but flip levers until all those circuits are powered down.
Out of the way, dude. We were both wrong. I guess first 200, so I was close. 30 above. Well, you know, if you're giving me multiple choice, you can't give me choices that are not even the right answer.
Wow, you got it. Really well done. You saved me like a week of work. Why didn't you meet me at the monitoring station, near where we met?
You didn't know it was that high? Ah. Look at Brittany's age. 12:25. You must have been right at the beginning of Facebook for me because
Did I say thank you? Because thank you.
I don't know how many days I've done there, but
I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself.
let's see. If I go to my stream, go to one of the videos here. Mute it just for a second here because we don't need to listen to me talk twice. Then we go to... Oh, maybe I have to go to a live one. Go to overview here. Maybe I have to go to a live one. Alright, so if we read the overview...
You still with me?
I started streaming on Mixer on June 17th, 2019. So if you were there from the very beginning of Mixer, Alexa, how many days ago is June 17th, 2019? $1,629 days ago. So that's the highest. Esther, thank you for liking. 1,629 currently is the highest number. If you were following me right from the beginning, but of course Facebook's thing would never go that high.
Are you thinking about something or just...
I became a Facebook partner on July 1st, 2020. Alexa, how many days ago is July 1st, 2020? $1,249 days ago. So Brittany was about 20 days ish after I started streaming on Facebook. So there you go.
Well, not everyone would be, and I appreciate it. Thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know.
Oh, there you go, Brittany. 20 days
Fortunately,
earlier, you
the
would have
source
seen
is
my first
exactly where I was afraid it
Facebook
was.
stream.
The Trade Authority. So that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I
Alexa,
certainly wouldn't
what was the
mind, but
date
if not,
1225 days ago? So July 26th is when Brittany started following me. You want to see what stream it was? You'd have to look and on my YouTube. See what it was in July.
Scum of the galaxy.
This was pretty low on the list of things I wanted to do today. So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly? Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything.
I save.
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days.
A visit from Mast. How delightful. You'll have to remind me of your name, dear. I'm afraid I can't keep track of all you little worker drones.
I'm Luisa Reyes. Well, you know that, because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, of course you are. And what was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain, checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
I've got to see this through.
My guy's just going on the
You
computer
ready for
there.
anything? I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what. I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay? Okay, you're probably right. Just need to breathe.
Well, Miss Reyes, I assure you I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and have been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the details with Zoe. So why don't you go investigate the next junction box? The sooner you find the source box,
Go check out the junction box, man. Adventures of the junction box.
Hey there, you should be getting close.
Hello? Is this functional? I insist that you provide updates for any suspicious activity. Is that clear?
That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here. Okay, you're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics.
You can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level. I appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. Adequately done. Miss Reyes and I have both noted that the next node of this trace is not on any of the current diagrams. We'll have this solved in short order.
She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface. Which technically means it's not my responsibility. Zoe, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay?
However,
We agree that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll pull up the diagrams we need.
Wow, that was quite the unlocking trap. There, the crime scene isn't compromised at all.
I heard you're a member of the UC Vanguard. They're so lucky to have you.
All right.
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs, but I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
What power do I have equipped? I don't have any powers equipped.
So I dust the last spacer ship, but then I realized my tank's broken. I'm stuck.
Hey, you should be getting close. Looks like it's somewhere near Athena Tower. Zoe says there's a junction box on the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that. Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections.
Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower.
Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of it's related. See if you can get up there.
Oh, not there.
Timothy,
Okay, how
thank
about
you
here?
for
Ooh, that feels
sharing.
good.
Much appreciated, and for liking.
You are our guest.
Pretty nice little kitchen with an island they got there. Washing machines, very handy. Washing machines look a lot like today's washing machines, don't they? Uh-oh. I've done it. Hey, Timothy, I changed my character's look a bit. See? Changed it to a girl, and called her Ramona Flowers.
You are our guest.
Christopher, thank you for liking. Took the long way, I guess, just going over the scenery. Mm, 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 mm.
second
You
chance.
are our guest.
Swish, thank you for liking.
Do you have something for me? I'm glad you made the right decision. I'll look this over and make sure that Mast gets just as much as they need, not a bit more. The Trade Authority will not forget what you've done for us.
Kind of backstabbed her.
Oh my. Someone was attempting to hack Galbang? And at a glance, it appears they may have had some success. This will make for some entertaining late-night reading. Well, Miss Reyes, it's been such a pleasure having you here. I'll be sure and pass along my compliments to your superiors.
I hope whatever that is, it's worthless to you. And you know, I'm still not sure you weren't behind this all along, whatever this is.
I'm sorry to hear you say that. I was trying to be sincere. Well, in any event, thank you for a wonderful diversion from my usual work.
Say my character's name there.
You are our guest.
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't show. Birdie, thank you for liking.
Right now because no one has time to help me. 3.
I gotta go to the lodge here. I'm good, thank you. See, Ramona Flowers. You'll have to wait to see what my character looks like here. I can take off my spacesuit for a second. Wearing a swimsuit there, but gives you an idea. Does that look like Ramona Flowers, kinda? See if I can give my gun a little more punch now. The hair color's right. That. Alright, so we should go to the gun bench. See if I can make this rifle better. What I need. Different barrels don't really do a whole lot, do they? I guess it increases the range. I got like I don't have a pen. Crap. Here's a pen. So for us to go for a long barrel, We need sealant. Nickel. Iron. I guess this one adds. Range is about the same. Although long barrel. We want to add a laser, recon laser sight. I need 020 wire. Oh, 3. Vanadium. 2 adhesive. 2 palladium. All right. Medium scope. I want to go to a long scope. I need 2 more 0 wire. 3 europium. 4 corosilides. And 3 adhesive. This is a lesson in gun making here, guys. Muzzle, we want to put a silencer on it. Wanted a quick flyby and say hello. Got dentist today. Just finished all your dental work. Anesthesia is now wearing off. Everyone will stream hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday. Hey Birdie, did you know that New Zealand is in the Canadian news? They were talking about how the new government wants to undo that graduating smoking ban. So, like, I guess they had some sort of smoking ban where, you know, if you're over a certain age, you're grandfathered, but if you're under a certain age, you're not allowed to buy cigarettes, and every year it increases by 1. But the new government wants to get rid of that because they make more money in taxes from people smoking, even though it costs more money in the healthcare system. So that's what I was seeing in the news about New Zealand. I thought it was interesting. So a suppressor. I don't know if anybody has any thoughts on that, but that was kind of interesting, I thought. 2 polymers. 2 tungsten. And 3 tantalums. Right? Grip and stock. You really hate it. They want to move it to one store around each city. Is going to suck. They really want to make New Zealand a smoke-free country. It's a really bad idea at the same time. So that's not clear. Which one do you hate? Do you hate that they banned smokes? Or do you hate that they're undoing the ban? I can't tell which one you're if you like it being a smoke-free country. I think it's a neat idea. Some other countries are actually adopting that, even though New Zealand is going to be undoing the legislation. That's for tactical grip. Gonna give this gun some punch, man. Magazine. This is where we can increase the damage. 309. Penetrator rounds. And we need 3 lead, 3 adhesive, and 4 antimony. I think that's the best one. Oh, internal. And you make it high powered too. Three tantalum. 1 ISO centered magnet. 3 adhesive. And 4 titanium. I think the banning removed would be beneficial, but I think they're removing the purchases at dairies. Sorry, that's what I meant. And keeping them at vape stores.
You are our guest.
Which vape stores will only be used by prescription use only. Or at least that's what they're pushing towards doing, but I think removing it would be fine if it's done responsibly. Larry, thank you for liking. Well, that's interesting. I need to make like 3 0 wires. 3 or 4 0 wires. And some magnets. I gotta see what I need for these. So I need cobalt. And nickel. And copper. And silver. Four. Does the government really ever do anything responsibly? I don't know. It's kind of weird because they say that they claim that it'll be like cost. It's more for taxes. The government wants to make more money, but really it's at the cost of people's health. So it's kind of a weird thing, I think, to remove it at this point. The young people should just try to not smoke, even if they remove it, because that'll get that government back. Ultimately, how many people have problems, from that over the years? I'm sure so many people have gotten cancer over the years from smoking, and it's ridiculous. I see the noble intention of trying to get rid of it.
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm no longer able to. Welcome to UC Distribution.
Now we got to buy a crap ton of stuff. All right. $22 copper. Bunch of silver I need. Don't see any silver here. All right, so we got copper, europium, fluorosatellites. Adhesive was on here. Should be more than enough adhesive. Antimony, I think, was one of them. Cobalt on here. Nickel, iron, sealant. Europium? Europium was. Iron, I think, was. Lead was. Nickel was. Palladium was. Yep. Taco, thank you for inviting your viewers. Much appreciated. Both of those were polymer. Sealant was for sure. The only issue you have are non-medical users who grow the green stuff illegally and those who vape irresponsibility. They remove it at this point. Our election is complicated though. Still getting used to our newly elected PM, and we have two deputy PMs who can't make proper decision. Until those that fixes all these proposed new ideas just get in the way of what's really important. Growing constant business can't cope. Housing is through the roof at ridiculous rates, and welfare is getting more and more expensive. To be honest, terrible time to be thinking about these legislations of smoking and drinking laws when our politicians can't come to an agreement. But that's New Zealand for you. You know what? And when you say like the housing is really expensive through the roof and all that stuff, does all your citizens blame the government? Like blame your government too? Because in Canada, the housing prices are expensive, and they say it's Trudeau who's our prime minister. And in the states, they all accuse like the grocery prices, and like they do the grocery price and housing. I'll blame it on Trudeau here. And in the states, they all blame it on Joe Biden, and everywhere else they blame it on whoever their leader is. Kind of funny. Oh, it doesn't matter where you are. It seems to be always the same case. They all blame it on whoever the government is, no matter what. I don't know if I need that one. I don't think I do, but titanium I need. Tungsten I need. I think vanadium was on there. So I think that's what I can get out of this one.
Right. Come back if you need something else.
So I got a lot of the materials I need, I think. Maybe I'll go to the Outland. They might have some supplies too. If it's too much, no, they don't care. You know what? If somebody talks anything, it's good. Because, I mean, ultimately, nobody's going to get too upset about New Zealand politics.
Has standards, and I uphold them.
It's different. American politics, they get a little bit worked up. But no one's going to get too worked up about New Zealand politics.
If there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to ask. Please do. I hope we have something that suits you.
Interesting to hear the perspective. I was waiting for you to come back so I could mention that news story to see what you thought about it. I could just buy an isocentric magnet. I don't even have to build it then. I'll buy one. I can buy the zero wire too while I'm at it. I don't know how much zero wire I need though. Zero wire I think needs copper and silver, and I didn't find any silver. Buy 10 of them.
Good luck on all your adventures.
Let's go see what we can build. So far. I'm carrying too much. Darn it. Now we have to find our way back to the lodge. Land in the water. Yeah, it's the Water Buffalo Lodge. Nice view here, eh? Look at the lake. All this to get my gun better, eh?
When someone insults you, you want to just...
You've heard or read a lot worse. Did you hear that Henry Kissinger died? He turned 100. Is it the Mass District where the... A lot of people didn't like that dude. Henry Kissinger, he was like a politician. He was in Nixon's administration, I guess. He was, there's a lot of, like, a lot of people don't like him because there was a lot of things he was involved with that, helped hurt a lot of people, essentially, for American interests. There's some things he did that people would consider good as well, but there's a lot of dirty pool the guy played over the years and led an example to a lot, I guess. Anyway, he was super old. He got to 100. Controversial figure over the years, I guess. In the States. I know those that get excited about New Zealand, but then I feel concerned for those who want to visit here. We do things differently here. We don't do tips. We pay up front. We don't all sound like sheep. You want to remove all your native language branding and make it more English speaking? Oh. Do you ever watch that? There's a New Zealand group called Viva La Dirt League. I quite enjoy their humor. They've gotten they got kind of a lot of popularity from Facebook and really grew their YouTube uh, from it. All right, let's see what we can build here. See if we can change this first. Penetrator rounds. Silencer on it. Oh, we don't have everything yet. We need polymer. You have two different cultures. You just like tuning into the news. It's like that everywhere, I think. They're all doing different things all over the place. Alright, let's see about this long barrel here. Do that one. Recon laser sight. We have enough for the long scope. No, we're missing. Four oscillanes for the long scope. Muzzle. I want the suppressor, but I can't because of the polymer. It's always interesting to hear the perspective of a person in that area, though. That's for sure. Can't change the skin. So the only one really is the scope and the muzzle. I gotta get some polymer and some chlorosilides. It's interesting though that we're halfway around the world, and our country's talking about your smoking ban and not ban. So UC Distribution Center is a good place to go, and the well. And are so globally, eh? Rebranding is usually a pretty big waste of money. They never do it cheaply either. Oh good, I could fast travel. So is like weed legal there or not? They got legal weed in all throughout Canada.
Hi there. Thanks for stopping in. I can take care of transactions, and if you've got questions... Oh, please, take a look.
You didn't answer, or I didn't see the answer to if you've heard of Viva La Dirt League, the New Zealand comedy troupe. So I don't really need that many of these. Take 10. Need some polymer. Oh, you started to keep your country green. Recycling scraps things. Oh, they're doing that in my city. We got the green bins. I thought you were talking about weed when you said green stuff. Because, you know, it's like legal everywhere here.
I am not trying to pester you, but I really do need that credit transfer.
You know what makes a lot of tax money? Weed sales. Allowed in Washington State. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the little weed wagons they had there. And if say the conservatives won the next election and they took away that legalized weed, holy crap, man, the country would probably revolt. They won't be too happy if they did that here. They won't, though, I don't think, because it makes too much money. There's also a few conservatives, like conservative party people that want to ban abortion too, but the most Canadians are okay with the laws as is for that. And we want compressor. There we go. Now we got a commander's advanced hard target. You don't smoke, it's way too much money. Pack of cigarettes here is almost $10. You should see the price of legalized weed. Holy crap. I don't buy any, but I saw the prices very expensive. And they've kind of overpackaged it too, to be honest. Illegal to use, possess, grow, make, or traffic these. If you Break the law, you could be fined, sent home, or sent to jail. Possessing carries a fine of up to 500 New Zealand dollars and or 3 months in jail. Growing, making, and dealing in drugs in all carry long prison sentences. You know, in my province, Birdie, here's something different too. In my province, they're doing a trial where even the hard stuff is actually not illegal, but it's not like small amounts of it. If you get caught carrying small amounts of even the hard stuff, um, it's decriminalized too. Like weed, like marijuana, is legal, and but even the like the hard drugs are to an extent actually legal as well. I mean, you wouldn't want to, get caught, certain places with it, I guess, but as far as it goes, they do allow it. I tried I'm on my third playthrough. See, I'm in here and it says I'm not even a member of Constellation. And there's none around. Except for her. They said that everybody else is retired.
Don't worry. It'll be a long time before I publish anything. It won't interfere with whatever you're doing.
He said they're all university professors or retired. Yeah, that's the hard stuff though, like possession of the hard stuff in small quantities. That's only a trial for a few years, I guess, and that's only in this province. I guess the logic is that they're trying to help people. So if you arrest people for if they're addicted or whatever, they're less likely to seek help. So they're seeing if they can calm it down a bit, All right, I think what I can do now, I'm going to grab this power. Oh, can I fast travel? Now that I got a good gun. We'll have to work on my ship. Must have a prescription card carried by your registered GP or approved. Yeah, they used to do that too, but now that they all legalized everything recreational and everything. There, I had 20 iron on me, so that's good.
You are our guest.
Firedo, thank you for liking. The thing about, like, I don't even smoke weed. But the thing about legalizing it is they can make a bucket load of taxes off of it. And, I don't know. The cops have to use lots of resources trying to, um, you know, worry about this thing that doesn't really hurt most people. I mean, maybe if somebody's high and driving around or something, but if they're doing it anyway. Like a lot of people, whether it's legal or not, are going to be, you know, partaking. But if they legalize it, then at least they can make sure that for the most part that they're following things to keep things safe, and rules and all that, and then then the police can focus on other things that are worse than someone's smoking a little bit of marijuana. If yeah, you're not allowed to smoke inside here. Cigarettes, marijuana, or anything. Some places have designated outdoor zones that you can go to. And you can't, like, public areas and stuff like that. You can't smoke up and stuff. So if I'm at the bus stop or whatever, if somebody's smoking there, they're actually not following the rules. And that includes vaping and stuff like that. They can't vape or smoke weed or cigarettes unless it's in designated areas. So. And they also have things like vape lounges and stuff like that you can go to. But yeah, it's actually a workers issue, workers compensation board issue, the smoking inside, because somebody's a waiter or waitress and people are smoking inside. That can affect their health, and that's for their job, right? But yeah, it's kind of weird after you're hanging out in Canada for a while. There's no smoking for most places, and people are pretty considerate for the most part. Occasionally, somebody, might smoke by a door or something like that. But the and then you go to somewhere like Las Vegas where they're actually smoking inside and stuff like that. It's actually quite different than what you're used to. Like a smelly it is, and you could tell the places where they have the good ventilation systems in Vegas. Because holy crap, some of those places stunk. Why'd that move up? Weird. You only did SIGs when no one was around, never did in front of huge crowds. Because there'd be those on patches. It's not cool, but I quit that. My dad smokes intense and literally affecting my asthma. You know, it's funny though, you know, when people smoke, a lot of them don't realize how much it stinks, man. Oof. You know, unless maybe after they quit for a while, but you know, you can tell when somebody smokes because they stink. You can smell it on their clothes. Um, you know, I'm not saying that to offend anybody or anything, but I mean, if you're a smoker, you might not realize that you kind of stink. Hey, where'd your comment go? It like disappeared. You know, like I can, you know, if I go in an elevator and a cigarette smoker was through there, you know, they're gone. I could tell there was a cigarette smoker gone through. You know, that's how much it stinks. You know, it kind of lingers a bit. You know, they weren't smoking in the elevator, but you can tell a smoker's been through. You know, and at the bus stops, you know, sure enough, when that person's smoking the cigarette by the bus stop, they maybe a lot of them will move away from the crowd. But I don't know for some reason why it always seems to be that they're upwind from all the people. You know, like literally. You know, they all they have to do is tell, you know, which way the wind's going. You know, if it's going that way, then sure enough, they're standing over here and the crowd's over here. You know, I don't know why they do that. You know, just think about it. You know, if you're standing away from the crowd, it doesn't matter if you're like 15 feet away, it carries. You're on the water wagon. I don't even know what that means. It's funny. I used to have this coworker that would go around and tell people if they're in a non-smoking area and smoking. And you know, they didn't care. They were doing it in the non area. They knew. He insisted to tell them. Most would say sorry and stop, but some get mad about it. Oh, okay. I didn't know it was called that. And you said you quit smoking too? Probably easier to not smoke when you're not drinking too. I find a lot of people, if they drink, they like to smoke when they're drinking. Oh crap. Broke my arm there or something. Where's this stupid temple, man? It's really hard to find this time. Must be close. It's probably just over this hill. Well, congratulations for your 4 months. That's pretty impressive. You should check out that Viva La Dirt League sometime, though. Support your countrymen. They got the funny jokes. Like, you know, different video game scenarios. And, for example, they're in, like, you know, World of Warcraft type, you know, where they're the characters. Well, there's my temple. And run up to it.
You are our guest.
Walter, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Fire the power of Washaki. Oh, when you fall off the wagon? I heard the term fall off the wagon before. I never heard it called a water wagon though. Although, you know, we're in different countries, different parts of the world, so you know, maybe the expressions are a little bit different. Maverick's here.
You are our guest.
Like the stream and everything. Maverick's closer to you than me, Birdie. He's over in the Philippines. What did you miss? I finished watching Gen V, Maverick. Got a lot of connections to the boys, actually. Kind of like, I don't know, Birdie, have you seen The Boys on Amazon? I'm surprised you haven't watched it, Maverick. They're all young. There's no season 2 yet. They just released season 1 pretty much. Although they put some previews out for the new Boys season, so old Negan's gonna be in there. I'm assuming that you voted yes in this poll today, Maverick. Personal Atmosphere 3, nice. You voted no. You don't like Zac Efron or Zendaya? I guess maybe Esta doesn't like them either. Esta liked your... That's curious. What don't you like about Zendaya or Zac Efron? I kind of put a slash there because it could be maybe like one of them. But you changed it yes. Now you're gonna get a thumbs down from Esta. I think Zendaya is gonna have like a huge career in front of her. To be honest, Zac Efron's okay. I saw he was in a movie with Matthew Perry that looked pretty good. Is there another one around? 17 again, that's right. I never saw it, but I saw some preview for it and it looked pretty interesting. I forgot I was in my other ship. What was that show that Zendaya was in where the TV show she is in where they're in high school and there's all these drugs in it. Dystopia or something like that. I can't remember. She's also in the Spider-Man shows. I don't know. I can't remember what else she's in, but I think she's going to be in a lot of... Over the years, she's going to be pretty famous actress, you know? I'm not sure why Esta doesn't like her, but it'd be interesting to find out. Zac Efron was in a lot of stuff where he plays like the frat boy kind of roles. Isn't Zac Efron in
Traveling to distant worlds, exploring the galaxy.
he's in that Neighbors one or whatever with Seth Rogen too, I believe. He plays MJ. Two Disney shows, Rocky and Cece and Casey Undercover. I think Zac Efron was also in that remake of where they're the undercover police that are covering in a high school, busting a drug gang or something. Euphoria, that's the one I was thinking of that she was in. Yeah, she's winning awards already, so I mean, I think she's got a big, famous career coming up. I never saw Euphoria. I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. There's a little bit of controversy about it because people are concerned that it kind of glorifies drugs and stuff like that, but it's actually kind of shows like the really negative side to drugs too. So, from what I understand. It came from their Disney 2000s. Well, that happened with a lot too. Did you see Casey Undercover? Was that good? I think he wants to know what the word euphoria means, to be honest. Um, it's talking. As far as I understand, it's like they're talking about drugs and the state of euphoria. You'll always see Zach as Troy Bolton. You know, it's interesting that I don't think I don't think Euphoria is going to be Maverick's type of show, though. To be honest, because you know he's all about like blood and guts and action. And then he calls everything else boring. Well, I think it comes down to your definition of boring, Maverick. I mean, you call everything boring, so probably. I'm sure it's good for people that understand it, but you probably won't understand it. There's the dang entrance. Oh, look at this. Who is he? Which movie is he in as Troy Bolton? There's the entrance, finally. Might not be. There's a lot of illegal use going on. They tried to make the most of what they've done with the relationship drama between the kids, at least of all their parents. Don't get me started on that chaos. Oh, High School Musical. Oh, okay. I never saw High School Musical. Did you like Riverdale, Birdie? I so looked forward to Riverdale because I loved the Archie comics and it was so different than Archie that it was kind of weird. Like it was good in a way, but it was so not Archie comics. You know, like I only watched I think or Riverdale. I watched till the end of the Dungeons and Dragons or whatever they called it. Stuff, but it was getting too ridiculous. It was ridiculous before that. Oh, that's where he got his breakout. It's funny when you look at Hollywood how many people were, you know, kind of grew up in it or whatever.
Okay, how about here?
Thank you for sharing, Maverick. You haven't seen Riverdale. Riverdale's actually filmed in Vancouver. Or part of it is, or was anyway. Did you know one of the Riverdale actors, he was just like a minor role, but one of the Riverdale actors was gonna, he had a plot in real life. He was gonna go to Ottawa and try to assassinate the Prime Minister. He was actually, he turned himself in. He was gonna off his mom and the Prime Minister. And now he's in jail. Oh, I don't know how far in the Dungeons and Dragons stuff was, but that's where that was before he died, I think. The actor that got arrested for that, though, he was like something to do with the scout group, I think. Archie is a native Kiwi? Oh, really? That Cole Sprouse guy that played Jughead, he was a famous kid actor too. Parallel Self 3. I think we're in the clear. I saw the movie D&D. There's a sequel to that planned, eh? Let's go to this one first. Cole was in Friends? I didn't know that. I bet you Maverick would like Cole. Cole Sprouse, he's a famous actor. He plays Jughead in Riverdale. Oh, that's a freeze dart. Whoops. I didn't mean to attack the freeze dart guys. Cole was little in the 2000s. It was right before him and Dylan did Zach and Cody on the Disney Channel. Dylan got a proper job, retired from acting. Ah. They were in Big Daddy? Oh, who knew that? What, I got a magnet on my thing? What was your favorite Adam Sandler movie, Timothy? You know why Maverick's not a fan of comedy sitcoms? It's because he doesn't understand the humor.
biome requires spacesuits. How fun!
LEO just came out. I never saw that one. I think Happy Gilmore is my favorite. Billy Madison was pretty good too, but I think Happy Gilmore was his best movie, especially when he was fighting Bob Barker. I mean, that was pretty awesome. You know, Bob even did the stunts with him too. You know, they did very little stand-in there. You know, like they rolled down the hill together and stuff. The price is wrong, Bob, or whatever he said. I think that's a moment in time too, you know, that one. Because, like, for example, say Maverick watched Happy Gilmore, he wouldn't even get the magic of that scene, you know? Because, you know, he wouldn't know who Bob Barker was. You know, like he's too young, right? I think that you have to know who Bob Barker is to really, you know, get the whole joke to that whole thing, you know? Just the absurdity of Bob Barker having a fist fight with him, you know? Adam Sandler is the executive producer of The Price is Right. You know, he would just see it as some old man fighting Happy, but he wouldn't get the whole context of that joke. Spay and neuter your dog. Dog and cat. I watched a clip from Joe Dirt the other day. You know, David Spade. It's funny, I can't, you know, I probably can't fully appreciate that movie though, because I've never seen the whole movie. But I don't think I can fully appreciate it because I was buying a home from somewhere, and the family, they wouldn't leave that home. Like, even when I was moving in, you know, they hadn't even moved their stuff out yet. So, you know, and when I looked at the realty listing, they're all sitting there watching Joe Dirt at the time, so I kind of connect it with that. Watching Home Alone 3. I've never actually watched the Home Alones, to be honest. Like, I've seen clips, but Alf and Mr. T references? Nice. You know, that Sandy Drexler movie that Adam Sandler did was terrible. So I wasn't too sure about any new movie of Adam Sandler's after that. Like his best movies were a long time ago. You know, Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, maybe The Water Boy. But he'll never be able to surpass Happy Gilmore, I don't think. Or Billy Madison. I think that's why his production company's called Happy Madison. Like that's, you know, magic in a bottle, you know, or lightning in a bottle or whatever they say. Or in the musical world, you know, they have the one-hit wonders or whatever. They'll never quite be as good as that first hit album, you know, for 99% of bands, really. You know, many people will have that one thing and that's it. Grown ups, I mean, it's not the same thing though, really, right? Like Little Nicky's not as good as Billy Madison uh or Happy Gilmore. You know, he did that other one where he was like a serious role. He did like I can't remember what it was now. What's that one where he was like it was like Punch Drunk Love or something like that? But his shows are, you know, he hasn't had a new really good new idea for a while. Is that Eight Crazy Nights? Is that the one with Drew Barrymore? The same way that, you know, you look at a guy like Pauly Shore, his two big movies were Encino Man and Son-in-Law, and then he never was able to. Despite the connections, he has a lot of connections. I think despite the connections, Pauly Shore will never be as good. I really liked Biodome by Pauly Shore, but um, even with the connections, I don't think he'll ever surpass what he was in Son-in-Law.
Unregistered starship. We're detecting. Well, we're not detecting. That's an issue. What's powering that thing? You know what? Just hold still while we do the contraband check. Scan complete. No contraband detected. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Docking complete. It's so satisfying seeing the hatches light up.
The Wedding Singer was okay. You know, it's funny. Speaking of Drew Barrymore, if you watch Fight Club, like if you put the DVD or Blu-ray of Fight Club in, or at least one of the versions of the Blu-ray, it has the first thing that comes up is Never Been Kissed. Like the whole screen for Never Been Kissed kind of mess with you. You know, so it looks like you accidentally put the wrong DVD in, or you got, you know, maybe they gave you the copy wrong or something. And then it kind of zaps around and then it changes to Fight Club. You guys ever watch Drew Barrymore's talk show? What kind of chips did you buy? Did you buy the turkey stuffing one?
This is Faraday's budget tours. I have requests from people on the ship to talk with an actual ship captain. I'd appreciate.
Did you ever watch the new A-Team movie? It's not new anymore, but that was filmed in Interior, BC. I know actually a couple people that were extras in it. There's this hospital that they're in. It's like an abandoned hospital that used to be used for tuberculosis. But there's a hospital they're in the show. That's actually I've been to that, like, had a tour in it. Weird, that hospital, because it was like a Halloween thing, and you know, because like there's that history. This place was used for tuberculosis, and then, you know, because they had like terrible medical technology back then, and then it was used for patients for that, and then it was also an insane asylum at one point too. Honey habanero, eh? Are they good? I don't know if I saw blended. Ketchup, Ringolos, and Larry the Cable Guy jalapeno is what Timothy had. Oh, and blended. I thought you meant blended was a movie. Or maybe you did. I don't know. Confused. Talking about his chips, and then he said and blended. I think he's talking about a movie there. Maverick kind of just disappeared, eh? Funny how that guy just drops off in conversations. Power of Oh, crap. Four bags are on sale. $1.99 each. Growing up 3 in the works. Oh, really? So they're like going to be older. You did not care for that movie? I got frostbite, the character. Oh. You got a red Xbox Series S? I didn't even know there was a red one. Bad CGI. Yeah, who knows, eh? Maybe they didn't have big CGI budget. I don't remember Grown Ups being a terrible movie. I don't remember if I saw both of them or not, though. Level 90! We're in the 90s! 90s, yeah! Bad guy here. You're saving up for a PS5 disc console and a Switch OLED? Which consoles do you have right now, Birdie? I got all of them. All the consoles, man. I even got the new Atari console. VCS, it's called. I don't have the OLED Switch. I didn't feel that was necessary. There's a new... I wouldn't even bother with the Switch OLED at this point because there's a new Switch coming on the way. Plus Xbox One and an old PS2. PS2 was a good system back in the day. If you want to play this game that I'm playing right now, if you have Game Pass Ultimate, you can actually play it through your Xbox One via the cloud. You go to the store, I think. Or you could play it on your phone with a controller. You don't even need a Xbox. You buy a PS5 Slim wife done for Christmas? Oh, okay. I know I'm making this game look exciting, but I mean, I played it for 300 some odd hours. I'm just kind of messing around a bit. You can't afford Game Pass anymore? Well, I mean, you could justify it by paying $90 for this game. In New Zealand dollars, probably 110 or something. Or you can pay, $20 for a month. I'm collecting superpowers is what I'm doing. Although you can, if you had a new good PC, you can play Starfield on there too. Yeah, it depends on what tier of PlayStation Plus you get. And where you are, of course, Sean. Canada, I think it's more than that, but... Same thing for Xbox, there's Game Pass Basic, and then there's Game Pass, and then there's Game Pass Ultimate, which has all the EA stuff too. I'm sure you can subscription yourself like mad these days. Between Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, Nintendo's subscription service, Netflix, Amazon, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, Hulu. With EA games, just M4. Well, I mean, there's all the sports games on Game Pass Ultimate. Like play the NHL 23 is on there, and FIFA 23. The new ones around the playoffs is when they add them. Most of the pluses you're geo-blocked? What? They don't have that stuff in New Zealand? Guess you gotta get some sort of VPN or something. And then you tell it that you're in Canada or US. This isn't the normal gameplay for this game, I'm just messing around in New Game Plus. You do this stuff, but you probably do it very slowly. Have you watched The Boys? There's a new New season of The Boys coming soon. XP's out. It's XP's. I got a skill point I can spend. What do I spend it on? Four out of 5 there. I should just jump to one of my... Oh, I don't even have any planets. Here. Oh. That sucks. Yeah, he's in the new season. Probably could start working on that one. This one's handy too, but... I need to build my crew up. You like Marvel Spider-Man? You have 3? I have 3. No, I have 2 of them still. I haven't got the new one yet. Where's my spacesuit progress at? Get that one, I guess. There's some Prime Video shows and movies you can't watch because it's out of the Australian site, which is where your account was registered on. Oh. You have to just watch it on some website somewhere, maybe? Go grab the next set of coordinates. It's kind of easy without Vladimir gatekeeping these things, eh? Look myself.
Attention, unidentified vessel. You have no faction markings or registered manufacturer. Please maintain course while we scan you. Assuming scans even work on whatever it is you're flying.
Or buy the DVDs. That's one way to do it.
Scan complete. You're cleared to land at New Atlantis.
Yeah, I find that I haven't been buying as many DVDs as the old days. I've been kind of buying them more digitally. Although, and Sean might find this interesting. But the problem with buying them digitally is they could still pull things. You know, like PlayStation just did that to a bunch of TV shows. Like whether you own them or not, um, you won't be able to watch them anymore. So, like, the only way to really, really guarantee that you'll keep your purchase is to buy the darn thing, you know, on DVD. And then even then, eventually DVD players will get pretty rare, you know. It's like those who own VHS or Beta, even worse, Beta, or old school laser discs. I mean, you know, darned if you can find the player, you know. See what kind of stuff I need here. You bought Supernatural, and then you purchased 7 to 15. Well, there you go. It's good that you have them. I think it'd be under pharmacology here. Oh no, spacesuits. It'd be no, nothing under equipment. I got all those lines done. Food and drink and pharmacology are the only things left to research. I might be able to modify the spacesuits. Where's this dude's on it? Out of the way. Guess that was a waste of points. I have a VCR. I think it still works, but I don't know how many VHS tapes I have anymore. Well, I think I gotta hit the hay. I gotta go to work tomorrow. So I gotta be good and refreshed and awake at work because that's always makes it easier to work. But thank you for whatever role you played today, everybody. Chatting and sharing and inviting. Birdie, Sean, Brittany, Timothy. Those are all the ones who said something within the last 20 minutes. So there you go. Thank you so much. Oh, Stephanie's here too, but she just hadn't said anything in 20 minutes. So now we know she's here. Do you like Zac Efron, Zendaya? 80% said yes, 20% said no. And if you're wondering why I picked them, because normally I've been picking songs. If you look at the title of today's stream, that's a song that Zac Efron and Zendaya sang as a duet. So you can always look that song up on YouTube if you like. I imagine most people find it's an alright song, especially based on the results. Although I bet you a lot of people voted just on knowing who the actors are rather than having heard that song. All right, have a good night. Thank you again.